There's a guy that's the architect for Walmart, so much character. I wanted to get discipled by him. And my version of discipleship is not meet with me, it's follow me. And so I told him, usually business leaders, they're way too busy, they would say. That's their number one excuse. Business leaders, ministry leaders, just men especially, I'm way too busy. Here's the thing, I don't want to meet with you. You don't need to add me to your calendar. I want you to include me in your calendar. Do y'all get the nuance? Don't add me to your calendar, include me in your calendar. And so, let me look at your life. There's 4 sectors of your life I'd like to follow, if possible. At least 1, 2, your family life, your work life, your church life, and your private life. There's gotta be an area where I can just come and tag along and be a fly on the wall in your family life, your work life, your church life, or your private life. And so he saw it, he's like, man, I don't know if I have time, but if you would come into my private life, I like to run, and I know runners. They like to get up early in the morning. They like to put the stickers on the back with how much they've run. And I don't look like a runner. I'm not a runner, really, but I'm like, I want to get discipled by this guy, and that's what I got to do to get discipled by this guy is run, I guess, early in the morning. So he says, you'll be willing to run with me? I'm like, if that's what it takes. And so I say, he said, okay, meet me tomorrow. He texted me, meet me tomorrow at 4. Oh, man. Lord, do I want to be discipled that bad by this guy? But I did. I was like, all right. I also like getting challenged. Like, you're trying to really make it hard. So I go, show up to his office in downtown Dallas. He wants to run in the city at 4 a.m. the next morning. Wake up at an ungodly hour. Wake up at 3:50 because I'm not taking a shower. I'm rushing right there. Like, I'll just run out. I want as much sleep as possible. 4 a.m., I'm sitting out there. He doesn't show up. He doesn't show up for an hour. And he doesn't show up an hour. He just texts me and says, oh my God, I meant 4 p.m. Why would you think 4 a.m.? I'm like, my goodness, dude. Like, you're making it seem all hardcore, and you're talking about 4? Who runs at 4 p.m.? But what it did for him is it showed him, which millennials or young people, you want to be discipled, you better be willing to move your calendar and your schedule and your location like the disciples did for Jesus if you want to get discipled. But if you're going to disciple a millennial, you better be ready for them to cut people's ear off, to fall asleep while you're praying, and sweating blood and they're falling asleep. You better be ready for the things Jesus was ready for. Because discipleship is a hard work, but it's a worthy work. It's not always the funnest thing, but it's so worthy to look and see your fruit grow on other people's trees. And I will say, and I'll finish with, that my generation desperately needs the wisdom of your generation. We have access to knowledge, but that doesn't mean we have wisdom. Wisdom, Charles Spurgeon said, is knowledge used rightly. So I apologize for any young adults that have maybe caused a negative stereotype, and I apologize that we don't always come off like we want to learn, but I would ask, be patient with us because we are a fatherless generation, and we are, sometimes I have a lot of passion that is like a loose cannon, but I'm standing here today not because I read great books or I'm just any of this. If you see an ounce of wisdom, I'm standing here today because men and women that are over the age of 40, or men and women like you guys, discipled and believed and invested and mentored my generation. Thank y'all.